And helping creatives in the Queen City make their dream a reality as part of the goal by the Charlotte Black Film Festival. Joining me now, Tommy and Michelle Nichols. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming by. First of all, let's just talk about the Charlotte Black Film Festival and just tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, we're celebrating 15 years at the Charlotte Black Film Festival. And it started when I went to an event with the Black Expo at Johnson C. Smith University. A guy named Ronnie Bryant was sharing the top 5 growth indicators or industries in the region. And 5 was film. And I came here as a filmmaker, technology person. And when I saw that information, I said, wow, if this economic trend comes through Charlotte, how will African Americans benefit from it? Nothing was happening in that area. And so the Charlotte Black Film Festival started as a premise to really be that economic development driver if that trend came through, to make sure we wasn't just on the caboose side of economic development, but we were in the engine, if not driving the train.
And that's so awesome. For 15 years, you've been doing that. We were looking a little bit here at the website there, and we want to talk about the microfilm grant that you're seeing there and the information there. But first of all, before we do that, what type of projects are you looking for when it comes to this grant?
Well, it could be anything. I mean, any film up to 5 minutes that the filmmakers can create and produce. And they use their own creativity, so we don't put any limitations on what they can create. We really like those films who might enhance or be able to showcase the vibrant area, what we call Charlotte and Mecklenburg County. And so those films will have a plus, but yet this is for African American and Latino filmmakers here in the Mecklenburg County area. And so not boxed in, but use their best creativity for the first time, receiving funds. So many filmmakers doing short films, they would tell you, it came out of their hard-working income. They got together with friends, put together. Sometimes there's no budget. They just used their time. They had equipment. And so this is, for many, the first time receiving any kind of funds to produce film.
And that's a great thing. We had some of the eligibility requirements up there with them being from here. But what, I know you talk about funds. What are some of the other hurdles that you guys have seen some of the filmmakers and creatives have as they're trying to make these movies and promote the city?
Yeah, outside of funding, you know, of course, getting a collaboration of other creatives that can work on set. And then locations is another thing. We're creating the CLT Creative Workspace. Part of this grant, filmmakers will have full access to our recording studio, to our podcast room, to our classroom, to our computer lab, conference room. So all of that will be able to take as part of this grant that they get. But I think sometimes location, the biggest thing is funding. Because if you have the funds, right, we can hire who we need to hire, we can rent the equipment or buy the equipment. So funding has always been the key for that held so many projects up from being produced.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. I mean, because we want people to know how they can get these funds, and one of those other things, there is some deadlines, there's some marks that people have to meet and everything else, and I know we have those, and applications are due on February 17th. Grant award notifications come out on the 3rd. 15th annual festival is June 5th through the 8th. And of course, we'll have more info and a connection to your website on our website, qcnews.com. But before we let you go, we know that there's some months coming up before the film festival. What's coming up next?
Yeah, I like to say one thing, you know, and my wife, you know, I brought her on board because she's the money person, right? And she's really good with the integrity of making sure the money goes where it's supposed to go. So when you talk about the city of Charlotte, and we want to thank the city of Charlotte for giving us a grant to do this. And now she's that person to make sure this line item is spent where it's supposed to go and make sure it's there. So kudos to my wife for being that accountable person to really make sure that this money goes where it's supposed to go.
Well, Michelle, how hard is it when you guys sit around and, you know, there's going to be a lot of creatives trying to do this. How hard will it be to figure out where that money's going to go into the grants?
Well, it's not that hard. It's just making sure everybody gets what they need. I be wanting to give them a little bit more because I want them to do what they need to do. But yeah, it's not that hard at all.
All right. Well, Tommy, what's coming up next? Because I know you've got a lot coming up.
Yeah. The other part of this grant is a PA boot camp. So those individuals that want to be on set but need that certification. So we're doing the production assistant boot camp that will happen probably in March or April. Also, our new CLT Creative Workspace, a 5,000 square foot space that we have right off of Wilkerson that will be able to host a co-working space. It's a place to do podcasts. We have a conference room for table reads. We have a film studio production with green screen. We have a photography studio. We have an AI lab. So we have a 20-station computer lab. So all of this is available for the community that's coming up and will be open probably the first or second week in March. So super excited about that. I mean, that's really going to be the driver for the community in the Freedom and Wilkerson a corridor of opportunities. But then again, I want to thank James Mitchell. James Mitchell, LaWanna Mayfield, Renee Johnson, Victoria Wallington, Tijuana Brown, these city, Malcolm Graham, these are the city council people who really pushed for us to receive this funding. First time we got funding from the city of Charlotte, so we're thankful. Marcus Jones, who's the city manager, first time, and we're excited about that. And we're looking to do some other things every year around the support that we get from the city of Charlotte.
And you know we're always going to definitely be keeping up with you guys. We're going to show this timeline one more time just for people who want to put these applications in. They're due on the 17th. Of course, you will hear if you got an award on the 3rd. And the 15th Annual Film Festival is June 5th through the 8th. Tommy and Michelle Nichols, thank you guys so much for coming in. Don't worry, we'll be seeing you again, because when that space opens up, there's going to be a lot of people there and a lot of creatives happy about it.